Greetings, travelers and entities. Welcome back to No Man's Sky. I want you guys to get a look. Game time, right? Been at it a little while. I finally reached the point in the game when it kind of becomes the game, right? Or at least the game as of, I don't know, maybe 5 years ago when I first really got into it. Basically, where we're at now is that I have... Is this not zoomed in? Is that why you're so wacky? Yeah, that's why you're so wacky. Thank you. Thank you very much. But at this point, if I look at my log, I have a lot of missions to do. There's waypoints all over the map. I got things to do. So this is kind of the point of the game where I wanted to show it off. Now, that being said, tonight I didn't want to... Well, I didn't want to record, but I realized I was putting a little far ahead. It was starting to make less sense to anybody who was trying to actually keep track of the playthrough. So now we're just gonna, I'm just gonna show you guys kind of what I do, the main loop of the game. I've watched some of the previous recordings, not the whole things. One major problem I was making with the space travel, I wasn't going fast enough. The space travel engine is thorough, right? So you already have these kind of impulse thrusters, and that's the speed I was doing last time. But you have, the boosters too, right? And this speed, while, it tanks your navigation, is way faster than just like the regular impulse engines. And then what you've missed, among other things, and what I'm going to do right now, is I have a capital ship now. So, to regular, but the point is, now with this speed, right, pull right in, and we'll just dock. So this is my freighter, or my cap ship. Let me make sure I get the terminology right, because if you don't, the game will confuse you. But this is my capital ship, and this is the current ship I'm using right now, which is not my favorite ship in the world, but, opportunities are what they are. And then the cool thing about this ship, assuming the game loads it properly, is that my other ships are on here. You may remember Radiant over there, and that sure enough is my old Radiant, and this is another one I got that I liked, just the design. I saw more of them with, actual wings. I want to get one of those, but still, it's a pretty cool design, right? Anyway, put that one together. Point being, your cap ship has its own interface. Once a day, basically, the capital ship, which I think you guys are on a mission right now, or are you back? All of our fleet rooms are busy. Oh, okay, my bad. Sorry. Once a day, for starters, you can build your own base on the ship, right? All this is custom. And when you pick them up, they have some stuff inside them, but I've added some rooms, some stuff over here, and you can design it, you can recolor it. In fact, let me just show you the interface just as soon as I do this. Anyway, when they come back, you have to dispatch them, and that's what I'm going to do now. So let's just debrief it when they come back. So they mistook asteroid belt for incoming enemy fighters. Asteroids appeared valuable, so deployed fighters anyway. Destroyed asteroids, harvested valuable materials, got units, got 2 Viking daggers, got a neural duct, got activated cadmium. That's great. Not much. Declined to purchase. Sold at small loss. Sold at small loss. 53 gigabytes of irrelevant data. Activated copper. Sweet. I actually need that activated copper. He says continued with heavy damage. Again, that ship sucks. Alright, so. First thing, so your freighter is now an extra tab here, and it's got, inventory of its own as well, just like everything else. 100,000. That's okay, we can sell that, and then this stuff, we figured out what this is for as well. In fact, let's just do it. Let's just put it on the ship. It's for these, yeah. These corroded tanks. Boom. As I mentioned in the other recording, every time you fix some of that damage, you get the slots, and as you can see now that I've fixed it and repaired it, these are all upgrades to the ship. Things it can do, it's got different kinds of guns, but hopefully we'll get some action so you can actually see what it can do, and I'll just have to sit here and talk about it. Anyway, now, I got a bunch of stuff back from the ship, from the freighter, from its mission, and now I'm going to send it on another one before I go off on some business. But I just want to check the store on here to see if there's anything phosphorus. Yes. I mean, if I'm not sure, right? And then let's just see if there's anything on me to sell. There shouldn't be. Well, there should be, actually, because the freighter just came back. That's the freighter inventory. Dioxide activated. Mission activated. Shield activated. Chlorine activated. Wiring. Well, I need those, though. Alright, and then Starship. What's your inventory like? Atlantidium. Suspicious packet of arms. Oh, I need to use that. Multi-tool expansion. Oh, I'm in the money. Money, not such strapped anymore. Well, it's not true. Day-to-days on the market. I got plenty of cash, but, now I'm in the market for ships. I'm in the market for whatevers, so we'll get to that. Fresh glory. Once a day, your cap ship, and I think you can only have one cap ship, but your cap ship will provide you with new adventures, and a new, and we'll just go ahead and send. I hope I have enough fuel to send both of them. Oh, they leveled up. Critically damaged. Wait a minute. That's so not great. But you guys can see me go fix my ship. Anyway, once you have the cap ship, oh, this is how you get to them? So good. I couldn't find this yesterday. I teleported off of my ship, and then I was like, oh man, how do I get back? Anyway, so when they go on missions, they can get busted. What's up, Captain? Our senders intern, please assist us. Let me check the damage report. Moderate damage to infected. Mark the components. Alright, so now everything on the ship that's busted will be, visible to me. And I didn't design this ship. This was one they gave me, but they're never too hard to get around. I say that, but I'll definitely get lost. Anyway, yeah, this is just another thing you can do on top of everything that's going on the planets or whatever. You gotta, all your... There we go. Should theoretically be up and around this corner. Alright. Now, engine core. What do you need? Just 5 platinum. Fixed. I said, pretty much the same interface for everything in the game. Like everything you can do, they've managed to bake it into kind of the samey system, which is why even though it's like obtuse and kind of like difficult, once you make sense of it, you can see, like it starts to bring the game together, because it's like, because I spent all that time figuring out how to repair other stupid things, it makes more sense. And they got cool animations for all this stuff being repaired and turned back on. Of course, I'm carrying a bunch of stuff, so it's not a big hassle for me, but you can imagine what it'd be like if you had, which was my ship. I want to say not the most recent time, but maybe even the most recent time I played the game, the system that actually, so it's healed. So what do we want to do now? We should send it on another mission. Cool. Yeah, I know, Cap. Interloper, all our fleet. Oh, right. Each one has to have its own. Okay, well, when the other one comes back, I don't think I'm going to play that long. They're real time, so if you didn't see the timers on that, some of them said like an hour or whatever. That's an actual hour. It's kind of neat because you get updates on the thing while you're doing it, the thing will be updating you in the corner of the screen, like, we stopped in this system, and this is, like doing, and you can come back here and you can actually call the captain and check in with them, and they have some dialogue options. But what are we going to do now? Oh, right, now it's just going to be Space Captain Face, Defender of the Galaxy. So what happens to me personally, the way I play this game, is just events have become kind of a space pirate. There are a bunch of different factions, and I think that's kind of how it's designed. There are a bunch of different factions based on the 3 major races, and you can, you know, increase your standing with each of them, and that unlocks a bunch of different missions you can do. But let's just go ahead and cause some trouble and cull creatures, locate and destroy. Is this person in this system? Yes, they are. Alright, so we'll do a little space combat. That's more interesting than anything I did on the other planet, on the other recording. Okay, is it in the pulse drive? You know, I did use that, thank God, because otherwise you get nowhere. What are you? Who do you think you are? Oh, you're not. You're not much. The interesting thing about the space combat is that I'm pretty sure... Oh, God. Kodiak base, Kodiak. For the record, no, I'm not doing all the work. The game does have a pretty competent lock-on system. The point I was making is that I think that lock-on system... I can't tell if they did it first or Star Wars... Skywalker Saga. Which, you wouldn't think it, but that game had some pretty intense space combat sections. They weren't hard, you know, it was mostly just like holding the button. This isn't real, like the mission I've chosen is not hard, so this is kind of a milquetoast. If you want to think about these things, you know, the game is very much like a Grand Theft Auto game in terms of like just playing the game, you know, like there are certainly people on the map that like opportunities to advance the plot, things to do. Oh, still got more pirates. Or there's just like activities that are kind of always going on that you can like dive into. At the space station terminals, you get credit for, or you can, you know, you have to play a little while, right? Like that's one of the stupid things about it, is that you have to raise your standing with the races before you can begin their missions. And that takes time, so it's like until you're... I know, they're just lighting me up. Oops, wrong weapon. Is it like same interface, right? The same way you like load up your hazard protection is the way that you like reload your shields and things on your ship. So it does all gel together in your brain. But again, when you're just thinking about it from the one perspective, it seems like a waste or more like difficult. Anyway, oh, that's what I was gonna do in this, you know, this dimension, which we'll just do. There's a black hole here. Right, so now I'm like rank 6 of 9, and that means I can do all kinds of missions. And actually, let me turn this mission in. How long do we have? Oh, we're not even halfway there. So you can see the mission interface. Because that's kind of how I play the game, is that I get to this point and then I just like drown myself in missions. I'm not really sure from a loot perspective what cooler things there are to get than ships, but now that there are like increasingly bigger ships to get. I did figure out how to do companions, how to ride on companions. It's okay. Maybe at some point I'll do like the whole husbandry thing and like try and make a farm. But I figured out how to cook. That was interesting. Alright, you gotta wait for the darn thing. It's very it's very similar to a Fallout game in the sense that it all works, like if it all works, you know, but as soon as you don't play with the way the game does it, it doesn't happen. So like the fact that it's behind means I may not yet be able to turn in the mission. Right, I still can't turn in the mission yet, so I gotta just wait. Now. It's a little bit jank. But you turn the missions, you know, you get junk for it, and then there's more missions, and none of the missions are, I mean, I shouldn't say they're hard, but they're not like big missions. It's just like, kill 10 creatures, go kill a thing. And it's level 9, I don't have that kind of standing yet. I just do it for the standing. I'm not sure what happens once you like buff your standing all the way to the top. But so that's pirates, and let's make some room because my inventory is a nightmare. Oh, you know what? We were gonna process this. This is not the kind of interesting thing. Oh my god, my inventory. Oh, my inventory is so bad. Let us... Oh, some Viking effigies. Great, great. Now, I got some stuff from the thing that I was just like, time to refine it. Boom. There we go. You just do that. Right, like your little processor, it's like running while you do the thing. That's so cool. I had Viking effigies. Viking! Viking! This is Gex Station. Each galaxy is ruled by one of the races, like they're dominant, but that doesn't necessarily mean the other ones won't be around, right? So here's some Viking. The Viking are like the, so I've learned more words. But I will go ahead and request the dialogue help anyway, because I need more words, because even though that guy was very simple dialogue-wise, some of them very complicated. And the words come into play during the missions, because you'll be reading a terminal for these people. I don't care. I guess it's clunky, you know, like, but this is the best way to raise your standing with the races. There you go. I mean, it's not true, but you get these things. Man, you have the same thing to say. How about a word for aggression? Blood is an aggressive word. Alright. Come on. Death, death, death. No, I get it. You guys very, very... I was going to say, not Vulcans, Sam. Klingons. You know, all about the war. According to the plot, basically, they rebelled. You know, like there's this thing called the Atlas. You know, like there's 3 main stories going on right now that you can choose to just do if you want to follow the story of the game. But they basically drive you through all the activities of like warping to different territories, opening thing. I got a settlement now. I actually need to go back there because I'm sure they're calling me about something. Are they in here? Yeah, they are. Manage my settlement. I don't know, there's probably something going on. Oh, new building opportunities. Oh. Let's do that. The settlement costs money. Come on. The settlement. All right. So just remember, we are at. Is that where I'm at? It doesn't matter. It's fine. It's fine. We can warp back to the frigate. Yeah, it's you know, you have to keep track of it, man. You can get seriously lost in space. You can warp too far away from whatever, forget where your base is, forget where your people are. The menus do their best to like keep track of it, but like if you warp all over 1 million galaxies and set up stuff on a bunch of different planets, and it's just like a big old jumble of boxes, and I hope you remember the ridiculous names, because they've all got ridiculous names. Now, you can rename it all, but you got to take time out of your, like, whatever you're doing at the moment to, like, all right, we're going to rename this, Green, you know, like Green Planet. And, oh, just... All right. Yeah, well, can I get my weapon? Alright. How about that, huh? Yeah? Get some, right? Who else needs some? No, it's just a shield generation. Where y'all at? Yeah? Come on. Reload. Get some. My shields. Come on, reload. Boom. Basically, as long as you can keep killing the Sentinels, and as you can see, like that's my point, right? It's like now I'm getting credit for missions I have just because I'm doing this settlement crap, which is a basic video game concept that I don't need to explain to anybody watching this video. These irritating things all heal themselves, right? Like they are all capable. Like if I attack this one, then the other one will be like, "Oh, sweet, you need a heal? Let me help you out, bro." Right? It's very irritating. The reload system is just a little bit jank because it's not, you know, it ain't a perfect shooter, and they expect you to. the wrong technology. Nope, you can't do it while you do that. I'll take that. Okay, fine. It's fine. Did I blow up one over there? That system will slowly but surely recharge it. There we go. Now. Let's just take him down. Take him down. No, stop moving. Oh, God. These ones are stronger than the ones I've been hunting. God, it is so irritating. When you get close to them and then they do a ton of damage to you. Right, okay, great. I know. It's probably very frustrating that I can defend myself and regenerate myself. Did you really just put up a shield, bro? A 3D dimensional shield? Get them! Get some suppressing fire! Alright, okay, I'm on fire. I'm on fire. Okay. Yeah, that is the dedicated heal bot, and he kind of sucks, but... this is not a great environment for me to have to fight the two of them. As you can, like, you can see the moves, right? You see the thing it can do? Right, it does stuff like that. Okay, one healer down. Two healers down. Anyway, the point is all your... As fun as this is, and I'm glad I'm getting it on tape. Oh, God. Right. That was pretty neat. Some strategy. Which way'd you go? You go up top? No, you're just blowing up my buildings. That's cool. Bombs over Baghdad. Reload, reload. Oh, man. Yeah, no, just right through my shield. It didn't care a bit. Man, the sun is never out here. I got a solar charger on my thing, you know? Great. There. God, I was waiting for it to finally come back. And then we need to switch to the plasma launcher, because clearly this shield is of no use. No, not the plasma launcher, the geology cannon. They have weird names, but one of them is the, you know, basically the grenade launcher, and the other one is the... shotgun slash, you know, like rocket launcher. Yeah, I got jump jets too, bro. Yeah, I know. Yes, it turns out your firepower is incredible. I would have sworn that'd be reloaded by now. Done. Goodness gracious. Whew. Anyway, so there's Sentinel forces, right? But that's my point of the game, you know, this is kind of excited. Get settlement alert, which means I need to come... They just patched this in. This was not in at launch. A couple of years back, I remember seeing the you know, like the trailer for settlements being patched in. And I think the system that they've modeled this after is actually the one they used in Fallout 4. But unlike Fallout 4, theirs probably works. Now, that being said, like Fallout 4, theirs probably didn't launch working, but... I suspect they eventually got it going. Receive the broadcast. The terminal's fascinating. It records all sorts of data about you and these settlers. I can see you've been well, that's not the point. I've shut down your little Major Domo for now. Robots can't be trusted. Not what I have to do you. Maze settlement Major Domo disabled, unable to advise. About you and these settlers. I can see them. That's not the point. Alright, let's see what you gotta say. Anyone with their eyes open could see a sentinel spike of that magnitude, even if they weren't spying on you. What happened? Did they leave any interesting tidbits behind? See what you can find, then come to the anomaly. I have to know more. know who Tethys is. He's on the ship. Right. Okay, great. And then view settlements. That's what I'm saying. Like, see the debt? Now, what I don't know is when that debt hits my money, right? I got a ton of money, so it's like, alright, I'll live. But yeah, the building opportunity I can't take advantage of. I wanted to see if there was a store. What you can't do to the settlements is you can't well, it's not true. You can build, but it's prefabbed. I couldn't just like say I want to put a building over here, which is very much what I want, but you can do that virtually anywhere, so I guess if you really, really wanted to have, you know, you're settled, you just make your own fake one. Like, I think the gist with the game, the designers addressing the fact that there really weren't any cities in the game. And if that means they all gotta be prefab, then so be it. Alright, well. Undamaged drone shell, given the right and tough. Oh, interesting. Yeah, okay. Maybe we will go see Tethys real fast. That's what I mean, like, stuff is constantly happening in this game, right? Quests are constantly being unlocked, you're constantly, like, finding out things that you need to look into. It all gets just added to your log or whatever, and you just gotta go to town on it. And the great thing about it is that they don't keep you a lot. So, if Tethys wants to see me, you know, I've never done this before, so we can actually maybe dive through that black hole later. Or we should dive through the black hole and then go see Tethys. I think that's what we'll do. I got some launch thrusters. Maybe we didn't... Yeah, the normally you have to reload your launch thrusters every time you take off. I now have launch thrusters that refill themselves. Alright, so we're gonna jump through this black hole just to wrap the episode, and then wherever we wind up, we'll summon the anomaly. Black hole, where did you go? The whole reason I came to the system was because it has a black hole. Which, I think the reason they're telling me to do that is just because that's an easy way to just, like, you know, like, explore the universe. Which is huge. Okay, now that looks purple over there, so maybe it's over there. Okay, and then... Is that it? Oh my god. Right into the heart of an asteroid field. That's a star, or like a light, you know, it does not look... I could probably see it from the base. So let's head that way. As I was saying, the galaxies are enormous. There's so many planets, there's so many things. So you spend a lot of time just like looking around, warping around, checking stuff out, running scans. Probably not a great game to spend a ton of time on with YouTube, but yeah, it's like a two-sun solar system. But what I wanted was a darn black hole to jump into. What's that? Oh, it's like a thing-rich cluster. Man, where was it? That it? Is it on the other side? Maybe it's on the other side. Right, looks a little purple. Nope, that's just more galaxy. Oh, we're not there! We're not in... That's... Oh. I went back to my ship. So screw it then. God. I said you gotta keep track of it. Alright, well we're here, so let's do this, and then we'll go to the anomaly, and then we'll go back to the water. I don't have a ton of time tonight, so if I play again, it will be a tremendous detriment to my tomorrow. And I'm considering doing it because I enjoy this that much, and I want to go through a black hole on camera. Yeah, let's just drop this off again. It's not, none of it's time gated, none of it's really like linked to, you know, sometimes that menu pops up, sometimes it doesn't. I don't really want to do that. Don't really want to do that. Don't really want to do that. And there we go. What is it? Comet droplings? Droplets? Don't know what those are for. So I mean, there's so much loot, so many things to collect, so many things to find in the galaxy. I've honestly never, it's never been clear to me exactly where the game like flipping ends in terms of like content. Like am I just gonna keep on unlocking more and more things until like am I ever gonna get tired of doing this? I don't know. Now that it doesn't load so much, it's like. Oh man, there's some new stuff. Okay, and this is a black market modification for the neutron cannon, which I believe is a gun upgrade for the ship. And this is a starship weapon for the positron ejector. I don't think I have one of those either. Tritium hypercluster can go. Extract components. Vy'keen effigy, undamaged drone shell, suspicious tech. And this is a banned hyperdrive model. Do we have room? Oh, we don't. We do need a new ship. We do need a dope new ship. Oh, banned mining beam upgrade. Yes. I also got like a rifle now, instead of just like a little scanner thingy. What do they call them? Tricorder. It wasn't even like that. It was like a meep tool, multi-tool. But that's starship weapon. It's hard. Let's sell some of this stuff. I guess maybe we're not gonna. Flippity floppity floop. Thank you so much for watching.